Today, I am going to take this awful wig, and I will talk about why this particular wig is awful. We're gonna make this into a Pomni wig. My goal, I know her hair is just like 2 little sets of bangs, and then she has like 2 little sideburns, but we're gonna do a whole wig. But what I want is like a super blunt cut bob, and then I want it to be like a super blunt cut bob that's got like some volume going out. So I'm gonna cut it with an exciting new tool. I got me one of these things. I didn't get me one of these things. I stole this out of Joe's bathroom drawer. And then we're gonna crimp her. So we're gonna cut her with this thing, and then we're gonna crimp the whole wig. It's gonna be fun. Haha, wig view. Okay. So I put it into these pigtails because I put it on my head, and this is like where it looked cute. And I think to start, I'm just gonna, and I did try the razor blade already. I'm just gonna go for it, and then we'll clean it up. But I'm gonna cut the pigtails off with this thing. It's gonna be very fun. I'm very excited. Miss Big Giant Kitty. Miss Kitty. Finally back in the room. She hasn't been coming up here during the stream lately. Miss Kitty, are those your friends? Are those your buddies? Here we go. We'll go cut off a pigtail. This is so exciting. I've seen people use these on wigs and I've never gotten to do it. But here we go. That is way too fun. That is so much more fun than it should be. Okay. It's gonna be like all kinds of uneven just getting the pigtails off, but like this is the fun part, and then comes the tedious part. Once I lop these off, I'll tell you why I hate this wig. Look at her! I like that already. I probably need to steam it because parts of these are just like going everywhere. So I hate this wig because this is one of those like air bangs wigs. If anybody's familiar with like Lolita wigs, this is like a style of Lolita wigs where they have these like really thin wispy bangs. I love this style of wig. It's like my favorite thing to wear for Lolita besides my own hair. I mostly like my own hair in Lolita now. But this one, for some reason, like the bangs, for some reason with this particular wig, this like side hair just won't stay out of your face in the current style that it's in. And so the goal is to transform this into something that doesn't do that. I think I've said this before, it drives me crazy when like, this is a particular thing with like dumb anime bangs, where you can't tell which piece of your bangs is supposed to go where on your head. And it's even worse when you have short bangs and then longer pieces, and you have a piece from like this side that's gone over here, but now it's in your face and you can't tell which side it's supposed to go, and it just stays in your face. I hate it. And this particular wig does that really bad. But this was from, okay, so I used to do a lot of like Instagram sponsorship things. And I don't do them anymore because my view is like, when you do it, I'm not coming for anybody that does Instagram things. This is a personal thing for me. But to me, if I'm gonna do like an ad post on Instagram, like the whole post is an ad, and there's no, like, I don't post enough on Instagram for it to be like, oh, Sarah posted a thing. Oh, it's just an ad. To me, it's like disappointing. But like doing a sponsored spot in a YouTube video is like, you can skip it. So you still get the video, you know, you're getting a video, but there's just like a thing in that video that you can totally skip. You can't skip an ad on Instagram. But what I was saying was I used to do a lot of wig sponsorships because it was one of the few things that's like, well, I can get a wig for free, basically, for just doing an Instagram post. And one of the ones I used to always do partnerships with was, and this was confusing to me, the first one was something called Uvimi, which had like a lot of these like very cute Lolita wigs. And they'd usually let me get a couple wigs at a time, and they'd ask for like a certain number of posts, and it was like, cool, free wigs, awesome. But then I started getting also asked to do this by some other company called like Uzuzu or something. It was some random name. It was something like Uvimi that was like a random not English word at all. And I knew that they were probably Chinese just from the way they talked to me. Like, you know, you get the, if you've ever gotten a DM from somebody trying to get you to do Instagram stuff, it always starts with, hello, dear. As I like did these sponsorships with these people, I started to realize that they seem to all have like exactly the same stock and exactly the same, like promo images and all the same wigs. Okay, this is the fun part. Y'all got a good view? We're going in. We're gonna try to straighten this out. Oh, this is unplugged. Long story short, I found out that I'm pretty sure that all of these companies were just like drop shippers of like AliExpress wigs. And I will, like, I didn't dislike the wigs. I liked the wigs, and it's not like, you know, it's not like you're getting scammed. I mean, maybe you are. Maybe they're cheaper on AliExpress, but it was just like, I don't want to work with these people anymore. You could probably get these wigs cheaper on AliExpress. The fun part. Ooh. I could just do this with scissors, but like, this is fun though. And this is gonna make it really blunt. Look at that. Look at that blunt cut. Look at her. I think I'm gonna start crimping it. And if it's wrong, I can just use the scissors. Did y'all see, like, Arda made a statement, I think it was this week, saying stuff about why everything's on, like, back order and stuff, and that they've been really badly impacted by COVID. I saw somebody in the Sheprop Facebook group asking for, like, wig site alternatives in case they do ever go down. And I, like, honestly, if Arda Wigs ever goes down, like, that's like, that would probably be one of the biggest tragedies that has ever happened to cosplay. Like, yes, I know Epic exists, but like, Arda just is that girl, you know? I Have No Mouth says, I love Epic cosplay wigs, but Arda Def has a better variety of natural colors, and their wigs are, yes, and their wigs are big, yes, and the best. Here's my thing is, like, I think one of the big reasons why Arda has gotten such, like, good traction in the drag community is because they have the natural colors, like, and so many of them, too. Because, like, and then also, the selection of Arda pinks. You want to talk about really niche things? Like, one of the reasons why I became friends with my friend Melanie is because she came up to me at some point and knew exactly what color Arda pink my wig was. And I was like, I like this bitch. This bitch is very into Arda pinks. My favorite Arda pink is rose pink. But also shout out to Sarah Pink for having my name. Being named after a terrible game, though. All the Arda pinks are so pretty. I will continue to buy Arda wigs as much as I possibly can to hopefully help them not go under. I don't know. It seems like people don't see, like, it's always so tempting to just get a cheap wig, and like yeah, cheap wigs are so totally fine for some things like this. Like, would this wig be nicer and like feel better on my head if it was an Arda? Yeah, it would. But did I just have it and hate it and would rather just style a wig that I already have? Yeah, but most people are not like me and have literally a whole closet of wigs. But when you're just like starting out in cosplay, when you buy an Arda wig, like, Arda wigs are forever. They last so long and can be styled and restyled as many times as you need to do it. This is the other thing. I don't know if y'all can see it, if it's picking up, but like, these kinds of like cheaper wigs end up getting like staticky, you know? And it's just, weird and I don't like it. You know what doesn't do that? An Arta wig. We also have Miss Chubby. Miss Chubby. Miss Chubby. Yes, Miss Chubby. Are these your friends? Focus on Chubby. Chubby. Chubby Wubby. She's so cute. She's very sweet. She's sitting in a pile of fabric over here. Her favorite thing is to steal the other cats' spots. So Kitty has been loving this spot over here in the corner where I have some of Pomni's fabric just chilling in the corner. So because Kitty was sitting in it for so long, Chubby just needs to make it her spot now. Oh, speaking of Kitty's spots, so we have like a linen closet. Like it's like a tiny closet in the hallway right there, right? It's pretty close to this room. And when we moved in, I commandeered it as another one of my, every closet in this house is taken up by some amount of my stuff. But, I commandeered that one as my wig closet, and I just have a bunch of wigs in there. And I don't know what, I know I went in there to grab some stuff because I was making like a box of stuff for my MomoCon booth, and I had some stuff in there from my Florida SuperCon booth that I wanted to grab, and that door is usually shut, and I don't know if I left that door open overnight or if yesterday I went in there for something and forgot. But yesterday I was using the bathroom that's right next to it, and I see Miss Chubby trying to like go get in there because the door's open, and I'm like, no, Miss Chubby, and I shut the door, and I'm like, wait a minute. Is Kitty in there? And I go and I open the door, and yes, Kitty was in the closet, and I had just shut the door on her, and she was, only shut the door on her for 30 seconds. But that is not the only time that has happened, because there has definitely been times where Kitty has accidentally gotten into that closet, and Kitty is a black cat. She's not easy to see when she just gets in there and like huddles around and stuff. You don't immediately look in there and know that there's a black cat in there. She just blends in. But there have been times where Kitty has accidentally gotten stuck in that closet for a couple hours until she like starts meowing and making noises in there, and we're like, where's Kitty? She's in the closet. I'm starting to like how poofy this is looking. This is looking nice. I want you. Here's my thing though. I am probably going to Elmer's glue this part, because this wig getting into my face with white face paint. Okay. This is such a stupid story, but I have a story about what happened yesterday that I got so pissed. So I was like almost completely out of my foundation. And to add to this story, I like the L'Oreal Pro Glow foundation. I like it. It matches my skin tone. I like how it feels on my face. It doesn't ever get cakey on my face. I like it. It's what I've used for years and years. The other one that I like is the Kosas Tinted Face Oil. And so I also wanted to try a new eyeliner because I was also running out of new eyeliner. And I decided I was going to be a fancy bitch, and I was going to spend some money on some makeup, and that I was going to get myself, because I think somebody in here recommended the like Stila Stay All Day black eyeliner to me. But I was also like looking up like best eyeliners, and that one kept coming up, so I was like, all right, I'll try it. I'll bite the $24 to buy it. So I go to Ulta, thinking I could get my regular foundation, or possibly buy myself the Kosas foundation, because I just assumed they would have that at Ulta. And I go in, I find the Stila eyeliner, I buy that, and then I go over to the foundation, I find the L'Oreal section, And they only have the L'Oreal Pro Matte foundation, which is dog. So they don't have my foundation, so I'm like, well, let me see if I can find Kosas. Let me see if I can find the tinted face oil. Like, I like that one a lot. It's objectively better than, like, the L'Oreal one that I have. But it's expensive. But I was like, I'ma treat myself. I'ma buy nice makeup. I asked the girl, and she's like, oh, we don't have Kosas. They have that at Sephora. I'm like, all right. No, y'all didn't have either of the foundations that I wanted. So I was like, fine, I'll go to Sephora and I'll bite the bullet and I'll buy the Kosas foundation because I'm almost out of foundation and I want to film stuff next week. So I go to Sephora and I was in like it was not a standalone Sephora. We don't have a standalone Sephora in like the area that I live in. I could have driven out further to go to a standalone one, but I didn't want to. And they have like a little Kosas thing, and they don't have the tinted face oil. And I was like swatching the foundation on my hand, and I was trying to find a shade that I liked, but it was such a different formula from the face oil. And I was standing there for so long, the girl comes up to me and she's like, you still doing good? And I was like, I asked if they had the face oil. And she's like, oh no, but they might have it at like a standalone Sephora. We only have this much stock of Kosas. And I was like, dang it. And I left. And I was like, f it, I'm just gonna buy the Maybelline online. Maybe I'll try to buy the Kosas one. Turns out, Kosas discontinued the tinted face oil. Why? Everybody I've talked to that has tried that product raved about how good it was. And I'm just like, why would y'all discontinue the only product I've ever heard of from y'all? Why would you do that? And then to add to the story, I get home, okay? And I'm like, well, I got the Stila eyeliner. At least I got one thing that I wanted to try. I get home and I open this new package of eyeliner, and there is a glittery fingerprint on the eyeliner. Somebody had opened it. $24. Was so pissed. I am, as Will and Belli says, a pig human, so I don't care, but I'll still use it. I'm not gonna go return it, but I'm so pissed. Somebody opened my eyeliner and it's probably not as much eyeliner as it would be if it was new because somebody probably used it. Very annoying and like unacceptable. Like what the that was supposed to be a new eyeliner. I didn't like accidentally pick up a texter. It was in a box. Anyway, cheaper eyeliner that I've been using lately that I like really like is the Essence one. You can get that one at Ulta. It's very cheap. All of Essence's stuff is very cheap. And it's pretty good. I did like a little test yesterday. I did like a swatch on my hand with the Stila one and the Essence one. And when I like rubbed over it, the Stila one did last a little longer, but the Essence one held up pretty good. So for like way cheaper, I might keep buying the Essence one. My problem is that lately, and I did also buy a new, the biggest thing I needed, the thing that like I was really annoyed with my eyeliner is my tight line eyeliner. I was like to do my eyeliner on my tight line, I was using the ColourPop like pencil eyeliner, and it was constantly just like getting like smudging onto my under eyes and driving me bonkers because it does that and not staying where it's supposed to. So I did a little research on eyeliners that you can use in your tight line and stay there. And turns out, apparently one of the better ones is a Milani one. And Milani's like a drugstore brand. So I bought one of their like pencil-y eyeliners to see if I like that one. But we'll see. I haven't really tried it yet. I'm just like, I'm heartbroken that Kosas would get rid of that product. It was like the best foundation. It was very different. It was very weird. It was very oily. But it was so good. And I hate that they discontinued it. Like, it was, like, why does good stuff have to get discontinued? Why does Arda have to struggle? Why does Joann's have to struggle when Hobby Lobby's doing just fine? Why does that have to be the reality that we live in? Hobby Lobby out here stealing historical artifacts and perfectly fine business. But nope, Joann's the one that's gotta suffer. I don't with Hobby Lobby. I did buy, back when I was in college, I didn't know about all the Hobby Lobby stuff. I don't think it had really, like, anybody had, like, I know the thing with them stealing, if anybody's wondering what the fuck I'm talking about when I say Hobby Lobby stole historical artifacts, they stole historical artifacts. They, like, smuggled them in and stole them. Look it up. It's a wild story. They've done a lot worse stuff. I think that happened, like, quite a while ago, but I don't think it ever really got, like, news traction. But I did used to go to Hobby Lobby when I was in college because it was the only store in town, and I had never really, I hadn't learned any of that stuff. And so it's so funny to me when I still pull out my giant, where is it? This is from Hobby Lobby. I bought this, like, I would have bought this maybe 2013. It's like 10 years old. It's just a giant thing of Liquitex gesso that I definitely got half off. But that's what the duct tape is on there for. I'm sure I've said this in videos before. But the duct tape's on there because it's every time I've moved, I've duct taped it shut. I will say, like, when I have judged at costume contests, and I'm a good person, I would never, like, you know, mark somebody down from buying from Hobby Lobby. But I have had several occasions where I have had to hold my tongue because in judging, somebody was like, yeah, I got this and that from Hobby Lobby. And I was just like, oh my god, why are you buying from them? Save Joann's, kill Hobby Lobby, jeez. Yeah, somebody said, I hate Hobby Lobby, but it's the only local place some people have. I agree with that completely. But I knew these people, like, personally, and I know they live in the Atlanta area, and I know they can go to a Joann's over a Hobby Lobby. So it was more so a, why the f are you personally going to Hobby Lobby? When I know you probably don't agree with their views, and know you could reasonably get to a Joann's in a reasonable amount of time. I have a thing, I have a topic I want to discuss. So, when I was at Miku Expo, so I'm totally cool in general with people coming up and, like, saying hi. Like, if, like, I have no mouth and I had Maznya came up and said hi when I was in line. But there are times, and this has happened more than once, where I'm, like, trying to find, like, I was trying to find my seat, right? And we had to ask the lady, and then I'm standing there trying to, like, figure out which number my seat is and figure out, like, which way Joe is going. And somebody came up and wanted a picture, and I had to be like, I'm sorry, like, I gotta find my seat. When in reality, like, I don't actually need to immediately go find my seat. But in my head, I'm the kind of person that can only focus on, like, one thing at a time. Like, most of the time, like, I need full attention on this thing right now, and I can't think about talking to other people right now. And, like, my brain is not okay. It's like, it's very, like, one track. Like, I need to find my seat. I can't do anything until I find my seat. So, and I'm also the kind of person that's not afraid to tell people, like, no, right now, no. But I also always feel bad when that happens. But it's like, it's a very, I guess I just wanted to say, like, if you ever come up to me and I'm maybe, like, short with you, it's probably because I'm trying to, like, do something and I can't make my brain pay attention to something else in the same moment. This is like a thing when Joe and I watch TV. If he has something to say, and, like, if we're watching, like, Tiny House Hunters, nobody pauses it because we're not actually paying attention to what any of the people say. But if we're watching, like, something important, and he starts talking, I have to pause it because I can't hear two things at once. I'm sure that's very normal, but like I can't hear two things at once. And I like, it's the same, it's like this, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like the same feeling of like, I need to find my seat, but somebody is trying to get my attention, and I have to tell them no because my priority with my own brain, my brain's priority right now is find seat. But that also, the same or similar thing happened at Holiday Matsuri. I was fully in Snowmiku, and we were making our way to, like, go backstage for Idolfest, and I was early, because I'm early for everything. But at the same time, I'm like, I want to be there. I want to be there as early as possible. And there was this moment where we were about to walk right through the door, like, to main events. And Joe got a phone call. I think I've told this story before on stream. But Joe got a phone call and, like, stepped away for a second. But I'm in Snowmiku, so I have, like, limited vision because of where the pigtails sit. And I lose track of where Joe is. And I'm like, I need to know where my whole party is. So I'm, like, turning around, fully turning around in Snowmiku with my big pigtails and can't see anything. And because I'm trying to find Joe before we walk in the door. Because I don't know. It's actually not logically important, but I, like, need to know where he is. And in my mind, I need to go in this door right now. I don't want to stop. I want to go in this door. And this girl who was actually wearing Pomni came up to me while I'm trying to go through the door and wanted to, like, say hi and wanted a picture. And I had to tell her no, because I'm the moment I'm just like, no. I need to go through the door. I need to know where Joe is. Ooh, I think this is gonna look good. I hope this is gonna look good. Cordelia says, I had to keep telling people no when I was on my way to judging when I cosplayed. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's weird to me, and this is like a new thing because, like, I'm used to people coming up and, like, wanting a picture of my cosplay. But this is, like, a new thing where people want to say hi to me. They're not interested in the cosplay, they're interested in me. And it makes me feel so bad when I have to tell people no. And, like, usually, obviously, the answer is usually yes. Like, if you come to MomoCon and you, like, come to the booth and I'm sitting at the booth, like, absolutely. Let's take, especially y'all are patrons, like, I would love to take pictures of y'all. I'd love to take pictures of y'all. I would love to get a picture with each of y'all. That is the biggest thing. If you see me at a con and you're a patron and I'm not busy, I want a picture with you. I like to put, it's cool because, like, there's so many of you that, like, talk in the Discord and come to the streams and stuff, and I know, like, your names, but I don't know your faces. And it's cool to know your faces. Chaotic Gabby says, I was the one who was at the cosplay contest who got a selfie at MomoCon last year, Gabby? The people that came out from backstage? Because I remember y'all. Astrofox says, I did the same thing at AWA. I was on my way to judging time, yeah. And I was getting stopped left and right and had to start telling people I'm sorry. Yeah, my whole thing is, like, if I'm with Pins knows that I hate telling people no. And Pins will, like, if I'm walking with Pins in a big giant cosplay and Pins is handling me, Pins will do the, we're, excuse us, no, stop, like, there'll be, like, the no photos alarm for me, which is just wonderful. Oh yeah, look at her. This is what I wanted, like, really blunt and really, like, sticking out. This is what I wanted. So now, I gotta clean this up because none of it's, like, even. Look at that volume. Ooh, she looks good. She looks good. Who is she? Doesn't look too unstraight. Maybe I think I just need a little more trimmy trim here and there. Like, I need to sit to. Oh, and the bangs. I think I'm not gonna do the bangs on stream because I don't want to f them up, and I feel like if I do them on stream, I will f them up. Oh, come on! I feel like I look like Edna Mode. This is exactly what I wanted, though. I think I was, that image, I couldn't think of exactly who I was thinking of, what was the inspiration, but it's Edna Mode. We were going for Edna Mode here. And we have achieved it. Look at her. Look at her. Now, there's still a couple bits that are, like, sticking out weird. I'll cut those, too. But this is exactly what I wanted. Let me, like, shovel the, no capes! That's one of my rules! No trains! But this is what I wanted. I wanted, like, a good amount of volume coming out of the side of the wig to, like, counteract the balance of the hat. You know what else it's giving? It's giving... Also, this outfit, I don't remember what colors she wears, but we're giving Dora the Explorer today. I need a backpack. Do I not look like Dora the Explorer? We have taken an annoying, a scammy, dropshippy AliExpress wig and turned it into Dora the Explorer. So I would call that a successful stream. Thanks for watching this year-old Patreon stream re-upload. If you want to see the Patreon streams actually live or in full, then you can check out my Patreon because you can get access for just $1 a month. And a big thank you to Mel, or Pocket Leaves, who's editing these streams down for me so I can focus on my main channel videos. You can check out Mel's work on either their channel Pocket Leaves or Pocket Cons, and sometimes you'll even see me in their con vlogs. It's a special occurrence when it happens. But as always, if you're just watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, then you're supporting this channel too. So thank you. Bye!